The video documents a truck transporting large, lightweight foam blocks, a type of highly combustible cargo. The footage shows the vehicle gradually catching fire, and despite the immediate, visible efforts of personnel to quickly remove securing straps to shed the load, the flames spread too rapidly for effective intervention. Due to the nature of the easily ignited materials, the entire cargo bed was violently engulfed in fire within a very short time frame. This incident serves as a serious warning about the critical importance of fire prevention and safety inspections when hauling highly flammable goods. Drivers and carriers must rigorously inspect brakes, tires, and the cargo area for any potential heat sources and must be equipped with accessible, heavy-duty emergency extinguishing gear to handle such rapidly escalating situations. The incident occurred as a mobile crane was actively hoisting material. While maneuvering the load by lowering and extending the boom outward, the operator inadvertently moved the center of gravity too far beyond the crane's base and stabilization limits. This critical error in calculation and operation caused the heavy machinery to suddenly lose stability and tip backward with significant force. This event provides a sharp reminder that operating heavy lifting equipment requires precise adherence to load charts and radius limits. Operators must always verify the capacity and extension capabilities relative to the weight being handled and ensure outriggers are fully deployed on stable ground. Exceeding the rated operational zone will invariably lead to a catastrophic loss of control and equipment failure. The workplace incident involved a man attempting to manually dismantle a large gate or barrier on an upper floor. As he exerted significant force to pull the structure free, the gate suddenly and unexpectedly dislodged from its mounting points. The abrupt release of tension caused the worker to lose his footing violently, resulting in an uncontrolled fall straight down to the ground level. This event serves as a critical demonstration that demolition work must never rely on brute, unpredictable force. Proper procedure requires the use of mechanical aids to manage momentum, securing personal fall protection systems, and ensuring the work area is clear. When dismantling heavy or resistant structures, anticipate the sudden release of energy and never place yourself in a precarious position that could lead to a fall upon release. The serious incident unfolded at a construction site where a concrete pump truck was operating with its long boom extended near overhead power lines. While handling the nozzle and directing the pour, the worker was near the moment the metal boom made contact with, or approached too closely to, a high-voltage line. This electrical exposure caused the individual to instantly collapse, clearly demonstrating the powerful energy transfer. This critical moment prompted a necessary and immediate response from nearby co-workers who quickly rushed to provide assistance. Safety demands that a strict minimum approach distance must be maintained between all conductive equipment and power lines. Never violate the operational exclusion zone. Electrical hazards are instantaneous and unforgiving. The dramatic incident took place on a river where two large mobile cranes were positioned on a barge or platform, collaborating to hoist a massive signage structure. However, due to a critical miscalculation of the load's center of gravity and the instability of the floating platform, combined with the crane's booms being extended vertically, the operation quickly turned disastrous. The barge began to tilt, causing the cranes to lose their firm base and slowly, then violently, topple into the water, resulting in significant damage to the equipment and structure. This event is a critical warning about marine stability and synchronized lifting operations. It mandates that operators must ensure the floating platform's ballasting and stability are precisely calculated for the dynamic load, and that all heavy lifts performed from water must account for shifting balance to prevent a devastating chain reaction. The incident occurred during a heavy lifting operation where a crane was tasked with hoisting and relocating a heavy bulldozer. Due to a critical error in operation or a misjudgment of the load's weight and radius by the operator, the crane quickly lost its stability, began to tilt rapidly, and subsequently tipped over. This moment clearly illustrates the severe risk of entrusting large lifting equipment to personnel who lack specialized training or proven competency. This event serves as a solemn warning that crane operation demands deep expertise, certification, and meticulous experience. Even the smallest miscalculation in assessing the load, calculating the lift radius, or setting the outriggers can lead to catastrophic equipment failure and loss of control. Safety must always be grounded in the absolute capability and caution of the individual at the controls. The footage shows 3 workers utilizing scaffolding to perform tasks at an elevated height. As 2 workers were actively engaged on the platform, the entire scaffolding structure abruptly lost its stability. Without warning, the support system buckled and collapsed violently, sending the 2 workers falling along with the framework. This incident serves as a serious reminder that scaffolding stability is paramount and must never be compromised. Proper construction requires that the structure be plumb, level, and securely braced to the building, or supported by a stable foundation. All personnel must ensure the weight limits are never exceeded and that the scaffold is certified by a competent person before any elevated work begins. The video captures a construction site attempting to operate under hazardous and extremely strong wind conditions. The incident escalated when materials and temporary structures were severely compromised by the relentless force of the wind. In a split second, the powerful gusts caused the entire elevated structure to collapse violently, creating an uncontrollable danger zone for nearby workers and equipment. This event serves as a clear, forceful reminder that extreme weather factors, especially high winds, must be the priority in any risk assessment. All high-elevation work, large structure assembly, or handling of wind-sensitive materials must be immediately suspended when wind speeds surpass prescribed safety limits. Personal safety cannot be negotiated against the overwhelming power of nature. The scene captures a worker attempting to secure large, heavy items loaded onto a flatbed or container. While the man was actively engaged in tying down the cargo, he was momentarily distracted or unaware of the load's instability. Without warning, the heavy, unsecured items abruptly shifted and tumbled off the truck bed. The individual was unable to react quickly enough to escape the immediate area, resulting in a forceful impact from the falling, massive goods. This incident serves as a crucial warning about the non-negotiable necessity of load security and stability protocols. Workers must ensure that all cargo is correctly balanced, properly braced, and securely strapped before accessing the loading area. Never underestimate the power of shifting weight. Maintaining absolute clearance from unstable loads is paramount to safety. The incident occurred when a forklift operator attempted to lift or transport cargo that was either excessively heavy or oversized for the machine's capacity. As the forks were raised to an elevated height, the load's center of gravity shifted critically, exceeding the forklift's stability triangle. In a rapid, violent motion, the vehicle lost its balance and tipped aggressively backward. This event serves as a severe warning that operators must strictly adhere to the equipment's rated load chart and never underestimate the impact of load center. Safe forklift operation demands a thorough understanding of the maximum capacity limits and the inherent risk of tipping when raising materials high or maneuvering cumbersome loads. Absolute respect for the machine's technical specifications is the foundation of safety.